Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Primitive War, and this is from director Luke Spark, who has worked on films like Occupation Rainfall and Bring Him to Me, and a lot of these, like, more straight to VOD kinds of flicks. This one coming out on Fathom Events, and this is based on the book by Ethan Pettis, and Spark adapted it. And here we follow, picture it, Vietnam, 1968. A recon unit known as Vulture Squad is sent to an isolated jungle valley to uncover the fate of a missing Green Beret platoon. They soon discover they're not alone, because there's dinosaurs. And this film is quite the experience, because what a wild idea. You're just in the middle of a Vietnam movie. They play a CCR song, another CCR song, every other song that you can think of that's popped up in Vietnam movies, which, not gonna lie, kind of got me eye-rolling after a while, because you're just like, could you pick any more cliched and obnoxious needle drops? I love Creedence very much, but did you need to play Fortunate Son within like the first 5 minutes of this movie? I guess they felt the need to, but it's really trying to set the mood like, hey, we're in Vietnam. And then there's dinosaurs. And the concept of military guys fighting dinosaurs, that's a fun idea. That's kind of ridiculous. And there is some of that fun ridiculousness in this movie. And the special effects aren't particularly great. I will admit there's a couple of moments that felt pretty inspired, but like, Spark just spams on that slow motion, everybody just shooting in slow motion, and those kinds of things. And there's certainly a wide range of vicious and non-vicious dinosaurs that are all thrown around. When this film is about people shooting at dinosaurs and dinosaurs trying to eat people, this film is fun. I do feel like this film takes itself way too seriously, though, in all other moments, getting really bogged down in the geopolitical elements. There's this Russian scientist played by Tricia Helfer that pops up, who I'm sure Tricia Helfer is 100% from, Russia, because she's a Canadian model turned actor. And then you have like Jeremy Piven's like higher up, who's just like, you got to do your mission, and it's just like, there's dinosaurs here. And all of these elements where it's getting way too bogged down in the bigger, broader context of Vietnam and geopolitical conflicts of the time, I'm like, I get it. It takes place during Vietnam. You didn't need to go there, and it doesn't feel particularly interesting when it gets bogged down in those elements. You're taking away from soldiers shooting at dinosaurs, which is basically what this film is sold on. It's very interesting that Spark takes this direction that this needs to be much more serious and intense, when you probably could have easily had a lot more fun with this movie with a different tone, but that's not what the film was going for. But it also feels like it's dragging, and those more serious elements are very shallow and not really fleshed out, and most of these characters don't have a whole lot of characterization or depth or anything. Of course there's conflict of people freaking out like, what are we supposed to do? There's dinosaurs here. But this film pushes almost 2 hours and 15 minutes too, and it feels way too long. It does not feel like it's efficiently utilizing its runtime or anything. This film, in execution, and this intense monster movie-esque kind of feel, is much more like a Jurassic Park 3 than like original Jurassic Park. And there's a reason Jurassic Park 3 is 90 minutes. There's only so much you can do about fighting off dinosaurs and just this all-out sprint, and I feel like this film really drags things out, and especially in those quieter moments where it's trying to build empathy for these characters, but it's just taking time, and it's not particularly well written or dynamic in the way that it's trying to build out these characters. So then it just kind of feels boring, and then you're like, but when are the dinosaurs attacking again? Or when are they going to get on the move and subsequently find more dinosaurs who are going to start to attack them? And when you're thinking about that every time the movie slows down, that's not really working. But if you have 2 hours, 12 minutes of your time on your hands, and you just want to watch some crazy dinosaur fight soldier violence and stuff like that, this has that. And that works. Really works well enough in this film, and you can have some fun with it. But you're probably going to have to bog down and swim through a whole bunch of extra stuff that probably isn't going to be the most engaging to you. But those are my thoughts on Primitive War. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.